You are you and I'm not me, and where we are is where we be. If it's night or day, the time is now. To get involved, I'll show you how. I'll run the show, you'll do your part. We'll have a blast by making art. Come join the gang, no need to fear. Just bring along your imaginosphere.
I am not me. I am art. That's right. I'm welcoming you to episode 11, that's 2 1s, of Art Right Now, the most creatacular art extravaganza in livetainment you're about to experience, and if the mood takes you, create some uncut, unadulterated, underrated art. But before we get to that, as there are probably people tuning in from all around the world, we should take a moment to unite as a singular collective. Singular collective. We like to start things with a toast, a simple shared action, in order to link our creative energies, get us all on the same art page of the art book. Today's no different. We'd like to raise a toast. Please charge your beverages for today's toast, courtesy of Instagram acolyte Eldridge Joanne. To Minnie Ripperton. Some very well may ask who dat, but I'm confident that everybody will be on board when they say to their home robot helper of choice, play some Minnie Ripperton. She was one of the... she is a fantastic and incredible vocalist and musician. She was one of the first public figures to go public with a diagnosis of breast cancer, so she's strong as heck. She had a 5-octave range and could sing just like a boiled kettle, so she was talented as heck. And was she creative? She once wrote a song from the point of view of a flower. So why didn't you tell me? To Minnie Ripperton. Once more, please. Hello, now, bodies. What do we have? What do we have? Who do we have? How are we doing? How are we doing? That is art, says Maple Panda. Absolutely. She was a queen. She was a queen. Queen Minnie of the Rips. TB Douglas, hello to you. Uncle Town, hi, says Uncle Town. I say that back to you. Killer Kilch, sup now, bods. Enjoy that a lot. Maple Panda, the late start helped us return from a Mother's Day gathering, so it was meant to be. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased that it all seems to be working out for everybody. SJ Beck 72, good evening and or good afternoon. It is a good afternoon for me. I will say, I'm going to get this out of the way right at the start. I've been working so hard on this episode, guys. I've been working so hard on this very episode that we're about to watch right now, that we're about to experience, that we're about to create communally, that I haven't eaten a damn thing. Haven't eaten a damn thing all day. Do you ever get that? Were you working so hard on a piece of livetainment that you haven't even eaten? So what I did is I sent cameraman George out to get me some food, and he's brought back a wonderful sausage, egg, and cheese sandwich. So periodically, I'm going to be taking the odd bite of that, and it's going to be absolutely fine. Guys, something for you to keep a starving artist. That's what I am, Maple Panda. Literally, right here, right now, I am a starving artist. My stomach was even being creative with its requests. Normally it's just... Today, I was so hungry that it was saying, sandwich. And I thought, gosh, well, cameraman George, you better go get me a sandwich. Guys, something to keep you alert, keep you alive, keep you percolating all the way through this episode is Epname. If we stumble upon a word or phrase over the course of the show that you feel drawn to as a possible title for this episode of Art Right Now, get in the chat now, please, with the words Epname before it. I.e., pop a dog in it. This was this is episode 10. Was Papa Dog in it when we were dealing with the wonderful tote bag that was bought for me by the Kilchers. Absolutely fantastic. It's got a lot of use, a lot of wear since the episode. No paps as of yet. Even with Jesus or New Dog in the bag, but we'll get them. We'll absolutely get them. So if some little phrase comes along that you feel drawn to, please drop it in the chat with ep name. My word, guys. It's all just a lot, isn't it? It's all just a lot, and it's happy and it's wonderful, and I love it. Absolutely love it. And what we're going to do is we're going to mix things up a little bit. We're going to kick off with a sponsor message, just to make sure that money's coming in. I don't want the fine people at B squared events to feel like I'm neglecting them. It was a slightly late start time, so. I got to pay the bills, guys. I got to pay for these wonderful sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches. Where is this copy? Here we go. Guys, I want you to come to St. Lemon's Church. St. Lemon's Church, that's a lovely name. Come to St. Lemon's Church on Staten Island every single Thursday night for the most exciting way for you to worship. The most exciting way for you to worship. The prayer off. Right? Each week, 2 parishioners will take to the stage to pray that a commemorative coin that Father Doug brought back from the Vatican City itself, exotic, lands on the side they want. One prays heads, the other prays tails, or rather one prays Pope and one prays dove, which is what's on this particular coin. And whoever prays the best is favoured by God. The coin lands how they want and they get the point. Pretty exciting. And the first to 21 points gets the grand prize, the chance to come back the following week and defend their crown. It's always very competitive. Most weeks it does come down to the very end. Tickets are $12 on the door, $9 in advance, and it comes with a free cracker and a thimble of wine. That's St. Lemon's Church on Staten Island. So that's a pretty exciting one. Normally these events that B Squared are furnishing me with is one-offs. This is a weekly, yeah? This is a weekly. Uncool Town, excited with that, giving a little dinosaur, dragon action there, whatever it was. I loved it and I appreciated it. Let's go back to Maine. Gosh. You feeling it, guys? You feeling that excitement? Obviously, it was Eldridge Joanne that got the nod in the end with the toast. And a fine toast it was. I'll never miss the opportunity to shout out Minnie Ripperton. But there were some fabulous other ones knocking around. What else did we get? Different options here. Free healthcare. That's wonderful. As somebody who is still dealing with the ramifications of medical debt, very much still dealing with the ramifications of medical debt, even though I only spent one night in a hospital and had one ambulance ride that I didn't even get to enjoy because I was choking so much. Free healthcare, that's a wonderful thing. That deserves a toast. Having somebody cut your hair or cutting it yourself, that's great because it kind of covers both. As long as that hair's getting shorter, it deserves a toast. I personally cut my own hair. That's a gift that I have. But, hey, absolutely fine. The Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie, a wonderful movie. It's action, it's adventure, it's a little bit of comedy. What's this? Bonus tiny Bradley Cooper? Can't go wrong with that. Cannot go wrong with that. The pug in the original Dune. Just a lot of really, really exciting options here. And I thank each and every one of my Instagram acolytes for being able to get involved with that. That's great. Killer Kilch, I love you all. Make amazing art. Timing is kicking my art butt today. Timing? I don't know whether that means you've just arrived or you're just leaving. But either way, Killer Kilch, we're sad to not have you for the entire time. But if you're just arriving, I started late as well, so it's all good. I only lost it. Let's find some lies, guys.
Donuts will not give you cancer, and tigers are not fancy panthers, and Idris Elba was never a Girl Scout. If knowledge is power, then let's go work out. Enlieclopedia.
You know, there are those that would say that American cheese isn't a valid favorite cheese because it's not real cheese. It's mainly made of plastic. But by God, it's delicious. By God, it's delicious. Do you knock going to Greenland because it's not that green? No. Sometimes a name's just a name. Lovely, lovely stuff, guys. Oh, I did fancy things for this, didn't I? Oh, there we go. That's a little explanation of what we're doing here for Enlieclopedia. Enlieclopedia is all about lies, essentially. It's all about facts and lies, discerning one from the other. I'm going to tell you 5 facts about a single topic. 1 of them will be true. 4 of them will be lies. You just need to let me know which the lie is. Nice and simple. And today the topic is, and could only be, the Academy Awards. They're happening. They're happening in less than 3 hours, maybe. I think they start at 7. In a matter of hours, the Academy Awards are going to be decided, and people will know officially what was the best film. What were the best films overall for this past year? At the moment, people are still like, Golden Globe said this, BAFTA said this. Tonight, they'll be able to say, right, boom, all good. I know this got the best picture Oscar. That's the best film, regardless of my tastes or preferences. So I'm going to give you 5 facts about the Oscars. Only one of them's going to be true, guys. Let's go through these. Let's see. Let's read some facts. Number 1, up until last year, female directors have been nominated for Best Director 8 times and won thrice, thus giving them an outstanding 38% win percentage, far superior to men's 21% win percentage. True? False? What do we think? What do we think? Fact number 2. The Oscar statuettes were originally modelled and named after Oscar Cesares, a Paraguayan chap who was known around the world in the 1920s as the world's smoothest man. Could be. Oscars are very smooth. Very, very smooth. Is that because of Oscar the Paraguayan chap? Who knows? Who knows? We can change the bulb color now. We can't do Finding Jesus. We can't do a bespoke quiz round. We can do a 16-second chill dance party. These are our options. Okay, good. Fact number 3. To buy 30 seconds of ad time during the Oscars telecast, you have to personally approach Kimberly Godwin, president of ABC, to ask her permission. She requires you to bring a dead animal, mouse or larger, as a sacrifice, a nude photo of yourself, and $2.2 million in cash. I mean, she is holding all the keys. She is guarding all the doors. If this is true, it's a shame that that's how she chooses to use her power. But it's power that she's got. It's power that she's got, guys. Fact number 4. Glenn Close has been nominated for 8 acting Oscars without a single win. She must never win. There is an ancient Hollywood prophecy that states that if she ever does win an acting Oscar, every dentist, nutritionist, personal trainer, and hanger-on, not the hangers-on, will instantly explode, leaving the acting industry in chaos. She must never win. Very focused on Glenn Close. I mean, there's got to be a reason, surely, that she's been nominated 8 times. I mean, maybe she hasn't. Maybe that's been made up as well. Gosh, there's a lot of balls in the air here. And the final fact, if you are confident that all 4 of the previous facts are lies, then this one has to be true. It simply has to be. Some Oscar categories that have been proposed and rejected in the past include Best Stunt Work, Best Casting, Best Catering, Longest, Best Oriental, it was a different time, Most Production Logos, Biggest Male-Female Pay Gulf, again, it was a different time, I think that was in the 80s, Biggest Ethnic Casting Leap, Most Egregious Adaptation, and Biggest Promotional Tour. Ooh. Some great categories there. I know who I'd vote for some of those. With Wonka and now Dune, feels like I haven't been able to turn on my TV and not see old Timmy Chalamet in about 7.5 months. Not that I'm complaining. He's a handsome, young, willowy boy. So these are the facts. These are the facts that we do have. Female director win percentage. Oscar Césures, ad time purchase rules, the Glenn Close prophecy, or rejected Oscar categories. Guys, let me know which one you believe is true. Only one of these is true. I know they all might seem true, but only one of them is. TB loves watching the Oscars. I'll be watching. I'll certainly be watching. The amount of power is not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. Shouldn't have that amount of power. Shouldn't have it. But this is what happens, guys. This is what happens. Count Sheep going for the female director win percentage. Absolutely fine. TB Douglas and Maple Panda both think it's the Glenn Close prophecy. I mean, there's got to be some logic to it. There's got to be some reason, right? Anybody else getting involved? Low viewing figures today. Low viewing figures today. Uncle Town goes for number 4. Everybody's pretty convinced it's the Glenn Close one. Everyone's pretty convinced it's the Glenn Close one. SJPEG 72 going for the Glenn Close one as well. It has its own name. It has to be true. I mean, I did capitalize it there. GCP, Glenn Close prophecy. Very possible. Very possible. Is that everybody? Cameraman George goes for number 2. What was number 2? Oscar Césures. I mean, you're all going to be pretty upset with yourself if it is Oscar Césures. And if we can show a picture of him and he is, Paraguayan skin tone, could, under the right light, be seen as golden, especially if he uses a lot of moisturizer. And if he's known as the world's smoothest man in the 1920s, he's going to be maintaining that. Yeah, that's his meal ticket. Maple Panda, I like those categories in number 5. Yeah, some of them are really good. Some of them are a little outdated. I don't think we use the term Oriental anymore. I think that's confined to the bad old days. But yeah, some really good ones in there. Really good ones. Most production logos. Sometimes you start watching a film and it's 4.5 minutes in and it's still just here's a bird. Is that bird the start of the film? No, it just says, hey, Bird Productions. You think, gosh, these guys, there's a lot of people involved in this, which means it must be a good film. So we've all got our guesses in, and I thank you for getting your guesses in, guys. I appreciate that. The winner. This fact is true. The winner. Baby. It's number 1. Up until last year, Female directors have been nominated for Best Director 8 times and won thrice, thus giving them an outstanding 38% win percentage, far superior to men's 21% win percentage. Which means congratulations to Counting Sheep. Counting Sheep, my goodness. Everybody drawn in by that Glenn Close one. You know, I try and make up all of these lies to be equally plausible, but clearly I failed this one. Clearly the Glenn Close one was just absolutely bang on. So congratulations, Counting Sheep. But well done, everybody, I think. Well done, everybody, for just getting involved. Now you're all going to be, I think, a little bit smarter when it comes to sniffing out that nonsense. TB says, I think we wanted it to be true. Yeah, sometimes... because I can say for a fact that she has been nominated 8 times. She has been nominated 8 times and she's never won. And we think, well, if it's not prophecy-based, if it's not a prophecy, what are we doing here? Yeah? Why does the world hate Glenn Close? Also true with the... going to the president of ABC for ad time. I'll say this. It doesn't have to be in person. You don't have to take a dead animal. You don't have to take a nude photo of yourself. But you do have to pay about $2.2 million for 30 seconds, which is kind of crazy, I think. A sandwich is going down an absolute treat. Cameraman George, you have bought a real wonder here. Did you get anything for yourself, Cameraman George? Any treats or snacks for yourself from our local... it's not a bodega, because it's run by South Asian chaps, and I think there has to be an element of... there has to be an element of Hispanicity in order for it to truly be a bodega. But it fulfills largely the same function. Do you think the nude photo would reduce the price, asked TB Douglas? I think the nude photo, depending on... Right, well, depending on number 1, how attractive you are. Depending on number 2, how tasteful the photo is. I mean, if it's just, here's some nudity, I think there's a lack of creativity there that is going to not stand you in good stead. But if it's quite tastefully done, if there's a little bit of craft to it, yeah, if there's some lighting involved, maybe some props, I think that it's certainly not going to hurt your chances, yeah, of just getting that a little closer to 2, maybe a little closer to 2 milli. Cameron George, I didn't have enough money for a sandwich for me, so I got a banana. Healthy, nutritious snack. Let's do... What are we doing next? What are we doing? Okay. Gosh, we've got a lot of stuff to get through. Let's see what you guys have been up to.
I shall give you a task, it will not be that big an ask, but the possibilities of us are in to impress. Please take a photo while at all once, all the options you've explored, or just use one you took before and win by Snapquest.
Snapquest! Did I do one for this? Nope. Verily, guys, 'tis time for a Snapquest. The time of the show where I turn it over to you, and see your photo art inspired by a prompt. This time, the prompt was, as we can see here, game. And let me tell you, I played a wonderful game with all of your submissions, entitled, Enjoy These Photos as Much as You Can. And you know something by now, buddy friends? I won that game. Dominated it, really. So... Let's see what you guys did, yeah? I've obviously worked very, very hard for this episode, but what did you guys do? Let's see. Let's head over to... there we go. Who's first? Killer Kilch. Now, this one was interesting. This one had a little... the title of this was... Wine tasting game is strong. So we've got some lovely wine going on there. I mean, I would say that there's more food than wine in this particular picture, but I enjoy that you've given one of them an A. That's nice. I wasn't sure that was how one registered their affection for wines. It was a numbering system, much like in schools. Lovely bit of pizza. But it's nice. It's at an angle. We all love angled photos. Just gives a little dynamism. Yeah, a little bit of tension to the whole thing. We're not just seeing things straight on. We're saying, hey, but what about? Oh yeah, that's pretty standard. But what if? Yeah. I think it's really nice. And I mean, you can kind of tell because there's very little wine left in those glasses. Killer is going mad for the wine. And who can blame them? Who can blame them? So thank you very much, Killer. A lovely, lovely game-inspired photo. Who's next? Uncool Town. Very interesting indeed. Now, I don't think this is Uncool Town. I think it's been established early doors that Uncool Town is well into their 70s. I think I'm right in saying that from back in the day. But this was due to this is kind of route one. Show somebody playing a game. Show somebody very excited to be playing a game. That game is Fortnite, which doesn't mean 2 weeks. It's a free to play, video game. And a new season, was it? I believe that there was a little caption that came with this. A little caption. Shush, 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 shush. It didn't come through as an email. It did come through as a message on Instagram, which is not, strictly speaking, an approved way of getting through. But much excitement. The new season of Fortnite dropped. So whoever this is, very excited. You can see there's a big headphone that says very, very interested indeed. The hair has an element of sweat to it, I believe, plastered across the forehead, which shows and builds anticipation. What we can see in the background is a couple of Rubik's Cubes that were done, presumably to stave off the tension of waiting until the new season dropped. So there's a lot going on here. There's games upon games upon games. The games we play with ourselves while we're excited for something to happen. Yeah? Really nice work, Uncool Town. I enjoy that a lot. A photo of your grandson or whoever this is. Super Nash Run 8. Now this one had a really nice caption to it. Really nice caption from Super Nash Run 8, who revealed on the TB Douglas loves that. That's Top Hat Jesus. That's lovely. Super Nash Run 8 says simply this. This is a photo of a field hockey for the North Americans. That's nice. That's nice to be accommodating of our North American friends. North Americans. This is a photo of a hockey goalie. His body language screams, I got game. So it's playing a game and I got game as he confidently and casually turns around, ignoring the game in front of him to acknowledge his adoring fans. He's in control of the situation and he wants everyone to know it. Isn't that lovely? Doesn't that tell a wonderful story? Oh, Uncle Town, that's actually my great-great-great-great-great-great-grandson. Gosh, you are old, Uncle Town. Or do you have a family that tends to breed young? I certainly wouldn't be as forward as to ask your age, but thank you. It's lovely to know. So I know Gamer Hole is quite a young person, so it's lovely to have that breadth of ages. It's just good for my demographics. It's good to be able to say to potential sponsors, do you know what, whether you're 15 or 150, yeah. I've got that appeal. That's nice. Oh, TB Douglas specifying here. Okay. So Jesus Top Hat was for Uncool Town, and Jesus Nude is for Super Nash Run 8. That's lovely. I don't want to know what key you're working with in terms of what each of these means. I think it's pretty clear. So we're talking about confidence here. We're talking about confidence. Super Nash Run 8, this look here, Says, yeah, I got it. The hand. It's not a full wave. It's just a, hey, like, keep it chill. Yeah, keep it chill. It's lovely, lovely work. And what it says, it talks to me about is the modern sportsman's duty to the fans, to the role model. Yeah? Sportsmen are role models. They can be very, very good at a particular sport for whatever reason. Oh, I'm very good at hockey. I'm very good at stopping balls going in the goal. That's my skill. And then you get better and better and better and better and better until some point somebody says, hey, you shouldn't be smoking. You say, why shouldn't I be smoking? They say, because you're a role model. Say, excuse me, I'm just a very good hockey goalie. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's who I am. How come I'm a role model now? They say, well, because younger people look up to you. Yeah, so maybe just stub that out. Yeah, and start reading a book. Maybe start drinking some water instead of your Red Bulls. It's a pressure. It's a pressure on these sportsmen. I also like that this is obviously taken from the point of view of an adoring fan, Supernashwan8, who revealed that his name's Lance Murdoch, Captain Lance Murdoch, so a military man. We knew that he was fancy, but now it's like, okay, we're rounding out the picture. It's Captain Lance Murdoch, Supernashwan8. So Captain Murdoch has taken this photo of somebody that they're clearly a fan of, and that's great. And I think so that speaks to, I think, for me, the power of watching somebody do something that they are excellent at. Yeah, that can be sports, that can be music, that can be, for me, sometimes I'll just watch the bin men going about their daily rounds and just thinking, guys, they're absolutely at the top of their game. You want to see some of those guys back in Hell's Kitchen. You want to be able to see the distances they can get those black bin bags in the back of the truck. Wonderful. What this also says to me is protection. Yeah, that's the message I get from this. Protection. There's helmets, there's pads, there's a fence, there's rope. Yeah? Is the goalie protected from us, or are we protected from goalie? Huh? If a jaguar or other big cat tried to take that goalie out, I'm pretty sure everything would turn out fine. I think that's what I'm saying here. Maple Panda loving the hashtag inclusivity of explaining hockey to North Americans. Yeah, because hockey over here, it's just on skates. Yeah, it's just the ice one. They don't understand this. They don't understand the true cold that comes from playing field hockey mid-January, cracking that ball on the floor and feeling those vibrations go up the stick. Yeah, they don't understand that. And why would they? So it's nice to be inclusive. That's a lovely point to make, Maple. Thank you. Who's up next? SJ Beck 72. Taking a game that we all know and love. Scrabale. And making something quite wonderful out of it. Left to right, we've got Imaginosphere. Top to bottom, we've got Notme. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. This also came with a caption that really made me sing. If you were curious about the Scrabble score for these words, the long one, Imaginosphere, would be 72, thanks to a triple word score. 72 for Imaginosphere. Yowza. And the short one, 9. Yeah? I love that it's whimsy. It's lovely. It's beautiful whimsy here from SJ Beck 72. Laced with a thin but pertinent vein of reality. Yeah? The two of them can coexist. The two of them can coexist. It's like doing a spelling test on the side of a balloon. Yeah? I think I've made my point. Again, we've got a skewed angle here. Shows power, shows dynamism, shows drama, shows intrigue. It's also stark. SJ could have gone more. Could have gone more. Could have put more words on there. More words on there. Absolutely. No need. Yeah? All words are contained within Imaginosphere, so no more words are necessary. Other than, not me, the name of the person who coined the term Imaginosphere. Yeah? Huh? Absolutely fabulous. And it was very close to winning. Very, very close to winning SJBEC 72. It made my heart soar. And please, please don't be surprised if you see this coming up on Instagram, some kind of advertising context, because it sums up a lot of what Notme's about. So thank you for that. Couldn't quite top. I tell you what, it couldn't top. Couldn't top this. This one's got a name from Gamer Hall. This one's got a name entitled Interdimensional Cluedo. Interdimensional Cluedo. You can see this kind of coven of witches or warlocks of some kind convening. Interdimensional Cluedo. Does that set your mind racing? Because it sets mine racing. It sets mine absolutely abuzz, a flurry with creative tumult. It takes a game that we all know and love and it takes it up a notch. Yeah? Wow, says TB. Agree with that. When your murderer in Cluedo, Clue for the Americans, hashtag inclusivity, thank you Maple Panda. When your killer is capable of dancing through reality like a multiversal Shakira, how much trickier does that make the job of the detective? But if the planes of existence can be shuffled like a pack of cards, what extra abilities might be conferred unto our humble gumshoe? Perhaps they could hyperjump our suspects into a dimension in which lives have not yet been given form, thus forcing them to reveal the truth. Yeah? You can't lie in a universe where there are no lies. Perhaps one dimension is exactly the same as our dimension, but it's running on a delay, yeah? Like live streaming to your TV versus live streaming to your computer. There is often a little delay. So the detective would just be able to watch the murder take place again. Or maybe the detective just gives up. Because when the totality of existence is open in front of you like a box of chocolates, maybe murder itself, starts to seem a tad trivial. All of these thoughts inspired by this humble image, which means, Gamer Hall, I take my hat off to you. You have all completed your Snapquests, all of you wonderful Snapquesters. But Gamer Hall takes the crown that for Snapquest I imagine would be made of bones in some way, horns, various animals, various slain animals. So yeah, Gamer Hall, absolutely outstanding work. But I would like to say thank you to all of you snappers, and a well done for completing your quest. Well done to all of you. Absolutely fabulous. Let's head back to main. Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? I feel like that was really good. Lots of lovely emotes coming in. That is art. Wow. Art. Yeah, baby. A thumbs up. A purple heart. It's all working. Yeah? It's all working great. Let's run a quick ad there. Apologies to the non-subscribers. So how are we doing? What have we got left? Okay, we've got that left and we've got that left. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Guys, what I'm going to do, because I have been working all day and I am feeling, a little bit het up. That's a sizable sandwich you're still going. Yeah, it's real nice. This is all I've got left. I tell you what, this is going to go in a minute. But what I'm going to do, I don't know whether it's precedented or I log in. Oh, Lord. Oh, is that saved? Gosh, that's got to be a that is art. I agree. I agree to the private policy use and children's privacy statement. Yes. Okay. Got it. Yep. Great. So what we're going to do, thanks all to the fans of my multiversal pick. I absolutely count myself among their number, Gamer Hall. Thank you so much. What we're going to be doing, nice and simple, is you're going to get for free without having to spend any channel points whatsoever. We are doing a 16-second chill dance party because I just need to dance it out a little bit, if that's all right. Is that okay with everybody? Yeah, is that okay with everybody? Just a little 16-second chill dance party. Is this the button? No, that's read. Is it gorgeous? No. Is it colours? Is it colourful? No. It's gorgeous, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Let's do this. We're going again. Oh yeah, you can't hear the dancing. That's fair enough. That's a fair enough assessment. So we're going again. Better with the music. There we go. There we go. Gosh, that must have been... I mean, does it, when was the last time you listened to somebody dancing? Yeah? We're creating even more art there. Creating even more art. Wonderful, wonderful stuff. Guys, I've already said well done you to all the Snapquesters, and I stand by that. Let's keep these good vibes going though, shall we? Let's keep them rolling.
I give props cause though I'm great, there's lots of art I see that's made by artists that are almost but not quite as good as me. I am a giver, super selfless, gather round to see just who will get a most sought after, not me branded. Well done you.
Boom. Here we go, guys. Well done you, where I shine a light on someone or something that I think has been especially creative or undervalued or just plain good. Can be. Today I want to say well done you. And let's get it up here. Let's get it up. I need to pop that back on. There we go. Ooh. Oh, is that going to work? Or is that going to be weird? Might be weird. No, that's fine. I'm going to say well done you very simply to Senator Katie Britt. Senator Katie Britt. Senator Katie Britt is an American senator from the state of Alabama, the home of Southern hospitality, the birth of the civil rights movement, and peanuts. Let's get a picture of her. Should we get a picture of her? Let's get a visual aid. Let's get a visual aid. There she is. That's Senator Katie Britt. Senator Britt delivered this week the response to the State of the Union address. So for the uninitiated, for any non-Americans, I suppose, the State of the Union is an annual speech given by the President. Do we have an example of that? Yeah, there we go. There's Bill Clinton doing it. It's an annual speech given by the President to let Congress know how everything is going. And since 1966, the opposition party has given a response to that speech right after. When Bill Clinton did it, it was Senator Bob Dole. There he is, looking like a politician, I suppose. I think that's the thing that you can say about there. Looks very much like a politician. I think this is a good thing, this response, because the president will tend to focus on the good stuff and omit the bad, much like anybody doing a presentation on their own job. Yeah? Focus on the good. Not really going to talk about the bad so much. Yeah? Which is fair enough, understandable. Yeah, you're the president, you're talking about your job. But the other one will focus more on the bad and not the good. Like anybody talking to their friend at work about somebody whose job they want. Yeah. So in this way, we get a fuller, rounder idea of exactly what's going on. Yes, you completed building the next, the IKEA drawer unit, and it fits perfectly in line in the space that you hoped that it would. oh no, there's 6 screws left over. It's pros and cons, yeah, it's that kind of thing. And so you think of what the response would look like, and you have an image, much like that Bob Dole one, of a politician talking like a politician, speaking about facts and figures in a warm but authoritative way. Right? Katie, on the other hand, decided to go in a different direction. Now, I'm not going to play the whole thing. It's over 17 minutes long. But I'm going to give you a little taster, just shy of a minute, as an indication of what I think was so creative about this speech. Let's see if you can pick up on it as well. Here we go. Katie Britt.
Look, where I'm from, your word is your bond. But for 3 years, the president has demonstrated that America's word doesn't mean what it used to. And in particular, to my fellow moms, many of whom I know will be up, tossing and turning at 2 a.m., wondering how you're going to be in 3 places at once and then somehow still get dinner on the table. First of all, we see you, we hear you, and we stand with you. Together, we can reawaken the heroic spirit of a great nation. Because America, we don't just have a rendezvous with destiny. We take destiny's hand and we lead it.
So that's just a little... Did you see what she did there? Maple Panda, this is odd. A little odd. Unusual, certainly. Unusual, yeah. It was, yes, of course, a stirring speech about how terrible everything in America is right now. She mentioned inflation, she mentioned TikTok, she mentioned the cartels. It's all terrible. And that's great, you know, she's a senator, she's the opposition. That's what she's supposed to be doing, I suppose. But how did she do it? Yeah? How did she deliver this message? Because what this left me thinking is, what happens after she stops being a senator? Because this speech said to me, she doesn't want to be fussing around the Senate forever, yeah? This is a woman with dreams, yeah? Far beyond those fusty, dusty halls. And with this performance, I believe she set herself up for, in my opinion, 3 new careers, okay? Let's see what these careers are. Jobs Katie Britt could do. Number 1, hostage negotiator. So her speech was insistent, it was assertive, and it had the wild eyes and the plastered smile of somebody dealing with an unhinged maniac. Yeah? That's a hostage negotiator. I could very easily picture her saying, absolutely, we'll get you that. You want a helicopter? We'll get you a helicopter. Okay, absolutely. But you need to work with me. Okay? It's powerful. I could see this. What else have we got? What's the next job? Scared straight counsellor. She could be a scared straight counsellor. You notice the little cross on the bottom on the necklace. She mentioned God several times. Yeah, clearly she is in that way. And I believe she has exactly what it takes to speak to some young, confused guys and do her absolute best. I'm not going to say that she could succeed. Yeah, I'm not going to say that she could succeed, because I know there's a lot of dudes like that are just super duper. You know, they're that way, and you're not going to change their mind. You're really not going to change their mind. But for those who are on the fence, yeah, I think she's got a good chance. It's that breathy voice. We hear you. You're interested in, but you think boys are good looking. I hear you. I see you. Right? I just really feel like she's got that energy. She's got that energy to really do her absolute best to get a couple of lads back on the ladies. Yeah? And then final new job for her, soap opera star. She was given some dialogue there that in the hands of anybody else, I think would have just seemed ludicrous. Talking about America doesn't just have a rendezvous with destiny. They'll take destiny's hand and lead it forward. They lead destiny forward. Again, you start kind of picking at it and you realize, gosh, that unravels. That doesn't really make that much sense at all. But when she was saying it, I was on board. I was 100% on board. Right? You think, who's good at doing that? Soap opera stars. They can take something that seems on paper, at face value, through a transcript, absolutely crazy, but in their capable hands, it all just makes sense. And it just makes you say, I want to tune in on Wednesday because I need to see how this happens. I need to see how this plays out. I need to see how she's going to hide this birth from her husband. So that's hostage negotiator, scared straight counsellor, soap opera star. All of these delivered within 17 and a half minutes of a response to the State of the Union address. This is a very creative speech. And so I say, personally speaking, from the bottom of my heart, well done you, Senator Katie Britt. Katie, I see you. I hear you. And I say, well done you. Yeah? Well done you to Senator Katie Britt. Let's head back to Maine. TB going with an EP name. The first EP name that we've had so far, guys. There's been a lot of outstanding creativity going on in this episode, if I do say so myself. Dealing, this might be too long, I will say. An unhinged maniac. Lovely, lovely work. Soap opera star is a good shout. I think she's got the chops, you know? I think she's got what it takes. If she really commits to it, I think she's right there. How are we doing, guys? How long has this been? 56 minutes. Gosh, this has already been an hour. This is what happens, guys. This is what happens. We've only got one segment left, but I think you're going to enjoy it. Art bet, guys. Art bet. It is your favorite and mine. Or I set somebody else an art challenge and you make an art bet on it. Oh, that would have been very echoey, wouldn't it? Because of the thing. Never mind. We've got no time to waste, guys. So let's head straight over. I believe Notme is ready for us. Are you there, Notme?
Thanks, Notme. Today's art challenge is entitled Run for Your Love. On paper, having a child is pretty straightforward. Any parent will tell you that. You just pour 100% of your love into that small little vessel and you trust that it will feed upon that love and use it to fuel him into becoming a well-adjusted adult. My parents had a different approach, I suppose. It was just different, but it still worked because I turned out very well adjusted. If I have a fault, it's almost that I'm too well adjusted. Anyway, for years, unscrewing the valve on my love hydrant and unleashing it unbridled was my approach with my son Jesus. But now I have two sons, and that complicates things. Where does your love go? What are you supposed to do with your love quotient? Now, there's some logic into giving each child 50%, but is that really going to get the best out of them? Maybe the benefit of having two children is that you have a choice of which child you love. You hold back, you play the cards close to the chest, you see the lay of the land before you play the ball. The children look to better themselves, they look to earn that love, and that competitive spirit bolsters them to be their best selves. Iron sharpens iron. But how to decide? Well, I thought I'd keep it simple and go the American high school route by measuring somebody's worth through their athletic ability. A foot race between my two boys with my love as the victor's reward. Simple and effective, and I believe Notme is standing by to show us the course.
Thanks, Notme. Indeed, I am here at the start line. This black line on the carpet will exist as the start line. We will have a ready, we will have a set, we will have a go. The competitors will head down here. Obviously, it's difficult to convey this on a video. But this is pretty good quality carpet. We're not going to be worrying about any injured ankles or anything like that. So it's a fair distance. It's a fair distance. We're heading down. We're heading down until we get to the finish line. This masking tape on the floor exists as the finish line. I was thinking of writing love on this as like the gunning for my love, but I worried that it would interfere with my finish line technology. Just in case we have any photo finishes, we will have a camera here to capture the exact moment in a fourth quarter for 25% speed slowdown. Pretty impressive. And I worried that the text would interfere with that. And also, neither of them, New Dog hasn't shown, and I definitely know that Jesus, not great readers. So it might cause problems, and it wouldn't really have that many benefits. So I just thought, scrap the idea, but I thought it was a nice insight into my creative process. So that's from there. I don't know the distance, but that far. Back to you, not me.
Thanks, Notme. Now let's meet our competitors.
New Dog, a new competitor and therefore a bit of a wild card in this race. His form is unknown, his race history is unknown, and he does sometimes poop in the house for reasons unknown. He hails from Texas, like the current 100-meter world champion Sha'Carri Richardson, so we know high temperatures aren't going to be an issue for him, and we know that he enjoys eating beef. He's taller, he's longer, and he has a more aerodynamic head, but will this race come down to the intangibles? Originating from the Golden State of California, like 9-time Olympic medalist Allyson Felix, Jesus is an assured and decorated runner. He ran in Seattle, he ran in New York, he ran back to the warmth of the car when travelling in the frigid January temperatures of South Dakota. He doesn't have the reach or the streamlined form, but he has the track experience, having ran this corridor for 9 months unopposed. As he has been the recipient of 100% of Notme's love for over 5 years now, does he have more to lose, or has his decadent lifestyle made him soft? Time will tell.
A foot race over a certain distance in order to earn the love of their father. That's their art challenge. Your art bet is simply, what will be the result? Back to you, not me.
Wow. Okay. It's a foot race. It's a foot race between New Dog and Jesus to see who is worthy of my love. You can't make we need a New Dog emote. We do, and I know I said that I'd be sorting out the name today, but it's just not happening. It's just not going to happen, which is a real shame, but we'll make sure it happens by the next episode, and we'll get a New Dog emote. I promise you that. I assure you that. You can't make your guesses right now, though, guys. You can't make your bets because you don't know all the facts. So let's have some things to consider. Thing number one. Both dogs will be held with collars around the collar and released simultaneously. So that's going to be our starting situation. Fingers in the collars, go. Fingers in collars, go. Right? That's how we're doing that. Number 2. Your bet will be based on both the result and the timing. We'll get to that afterwards in terms of what it will actually be, but it's because otherwise it'd just be a binary thing. An art bet has 5 options. You all know this. You've done this before. Your bet will be based on both the result and the timing, okay? Oh, I didn't do that, did I? Okay, that's fine. Now, this is an important one. This is me essentially asking you to trust me. The editing may be fancy. I'm going to be multiple cameras and slow motion and all of that kind of stuff. The editing may seem fancy. It may seem dishonest because as we're cutting through cameras, there's actually 3 cameras on this. So it's a big production here. But I assure you, the timing is legitimate. Okay, the timing is absolutely bang on. Even if the timing, as we go through, has been fudged in order to increase the peril and excitement. Okay, this is what we're dealing with. Okay, let's get on with our. Let's get the chat box up. These are our options up. Our options, here we go. Okay, so A is Jesus winning in less than 7 seconds. B is Jesus winning in more than 7 seconds. C is a tie. And then D and E are the equivalent, but just for new dog. Now, the question I hear you asking, the question I hear you asking is, what does a tie look like? And that's absolutely fine. That's a legitimate question for you to be asking. But I've got an answer for you. Oh, it's in dog race, is it? It's in dog race. Okay. So if we look at this is an example. This is a Dalmatian dog. Yeah, a beautiful Dalmatian dog. This is neither Jesus nor Artbet. But if we can look at that nose and we look at that elbow, these are the things that I want you to focus on: the nose and the elbow. Because I was looking for like head things. Could I work with the head? Could I work with it? But I think the elbow is the clearest indicator of the most straightforward way of indicating closeness. So what we're looking at is this. So whoever wins, whoever gets their nose across the line first, if the other competitor is, if they're in front of the elbow, the trailing elbow of the dog, then that's considered a tie. Okay? Do we understand? That's the tie. Okay. So what have we got? Oh, that did go a little bit too far, didn't it? New dog. You really don't have a lot of space on that thing to not interfere with the chat box. But that's fine. Uncle Town goes with an E. Goes with the new dog victory in more than 7 seconds. Maple Panda going with a D, new dog in less than 7 seconds. TB's going for a dead heat. Gamer Hole's going for a dead heat. Captain Sheep's going for a quick. Wait, it'd be quick. That means less, doesn't it? That means less than 7 seconds. Okay. Captain Sheep going for a less than. Going for an A. Cameraman George going for a B. SJBeck72 going for a D as well. So lots of there's no consensus here, guys. That's what I like to see. I like there to be no consensus. Does every option has A's and B's, 2 C's, 2 D's and an E. Very exciting. Very exciting. Nothing left to do, guys. Let's do this.
Absolutely not me. Here we see the competitors being taken to the start line, and I don't need to explain to you, the atmosphere is absolutely electric. In all my years of sports broadcasting, this might just be the most excited I've been since the London 2012 Olympics, when I was walking back to my hotel in Stratford and I found a car with the keys still in the ignition. Let's head to the start line now.
We have our competitors here in their starting blocks. As you can hear, they are raring to go, so let's let them go. Boys, this is for my love. On your marks, get set, go.
And they're off, absolutely neck and neck to start here, both showing outstanding acceleration. Notme is clearly having a great time. New Dog's slightly more loping gait and elegant legs are giving him a slight advantage. Jesus, the pocket rocket, more muscular and compact like Tom Cruise in the shirtless scene. Look at them go, this is unbelievable. But what's this? New Dog pulling back. Is he intimidated by the moment? Is he terrified of masking tape? All we know for sure is that this has cost him the victory and his father's love. Incredible scenes. This is why I fell in love with sports nearly 80 years ago. You know, I still drive that car I found in Stratford. A quick reaction from the father.
Oh,
What an exciting race.
And there we go. As you saw from the footage, it was, of course, Jesus who picked up the victory and therefore earned my fatherly love. And to the victor, the spoils. However, the big psych is, new dog, you get one as well. This isn't the Williams family. I'm not Richard Williams. That's not Venus and Serena. I don't base my love for my children on who does best in physical activities. No. This was all a ruse. Partly on you, partly on them. I am encouraging my boys to exercise, and that is important. They needed that drama, that story, that narrative that whoever won would get my love in order to push themselves to that next level. So in a way it's kind of manipulative, but on another way it's full of love. Right, new dog? I love you just as much as I love Jesus. I want you to know that. Probably quite a surprise for you guys as well, wasn't it? Leave off cameraman George. He's doing his job. Back to you, not me. That was successful, guys. That was successful. That was a successful art challenge. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Both my boys. Both my beautiful boys. There we go. There we go. What an art bet. What a successful art bet. Were you taken in? Did you genuinely think that I would base my love for my boys on who's done better in a race? Come on, guys. That's the use of art as motivation. Yeah, use of storytelling in motivation. Being a good parent, I guess. TB Douglas, maybe my favorite art bet. And very excitingly, I mean, not, but maybe your favorite art bet of. That was the 64th art bet that there has ever been. Ep name, I'm not Richard Williams. Wonderful. Wonderful. TB Douglas, it doesn't have to just be TB Douglas coming up with the ep names here. Doesn't have to be just TB Douglas. What was that? I'm going to have to come up with some others myself. Because, of course, it is ep name time. Guys, that is almost the end. That is pretty much the end of episode 11 of Art right now. And what a successful, slightly long episode that was. Oh, I feel good. So all we've got left to do is work out a little itty bitty. Let's snooze that for 5 minutes. Just got to do a little itty bitty poll. New poll. What should the ep name be? What have we got? We've got... Yeah. I'm not Richard Williams. Lovely stuff, Maple Panda. Thank you so much. Interdimensional Cluedo. Fabulous work. What was the... there was one I saw. Yeah. Yeah. And then final one. What did we say? What was some of the... Okay, there we go. Those are our 5 options. The poll is live. We have Unhinged Maniac, which is all that I could get of your one, first on TV. Unhinged Maniac, I'm Not Richard Williams, Interdimensional Cluedo, Sounds of Your Dancing, and We See You. We Hear You. If you prefer it to be Listen to Dancing, TB, I can certainly make that make an argument for that. Let's do the thing. Let's run an ad. There we go. Oh, it's a tight one, guys. It's a tight one. If you've not yet voted, gosh, these glasses, when you wear them for over an hour, they do, when your head is so full to brim with ideas as mine is, that it does tend to have the illusion of being slightly bulbous. It can press in. It can press in. A little over halfway left. A little over halfway gone and left. I mean, that's the joy of halfway, isn't it? Woo! How are we all doing, guys? It's Mother's Day here in the It's Mother's Day in the UK, so well done you also to all of the mothers out there for all of the fine mothering you do. I mean, Senator Katie Britt wants you to know she sees you. She hears you. Yeah? Last few seconds. So that was episode 11 of Art Right Now, Interdimensional Cluedo. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that your life, your art, and your world is slightly better now than it was an hour and 15 minutes ago. Thank you so much for engaging with this episode. It wouldn't have been a success without you. We are taking a break next week. A little cheeky break next week. We've done 4 in a row, and that is exhausting. I mean, I had to eat a sandwich throughout the episode. That shows how exhausted I am. So we're having a break next week, and we'll come back the week after with a quiz. I think it's pretty much all done, which is exciting. So I'll see you on the 24th of March, when I believe British clocks will have gone forward as well. So we'll be back to the traditional British start time of 9 p.m. Apologies for anyone looking to get a real early night. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're feeling good. And I will see you all next time. Enjoy your week off. But not too much, yeah?
Thank you for watching. You've gladdened me greatly. Now, if you want more art, you don't need to wait. We can art up whenever. There's no timetable, so create
Count the
stuff
sheet and
anytime you are able.
Game a whole chip Snapquest. TV Dub was fine in the episode. But no, it wasn't paid for TV, was it?
And the how. I'll be back very soon with more art.
Bye.